Okay, in this question, we are being asked to find the point P when x is negative 3/7. We don't know what the y is. The y is the unknown value. We're going to have to find it. And it lies on this unit circle that we see below. What is the value for y in the simplest form? Okay, so the first thing that we recognize is that from our center to our edge of the circle, the radius is 1, 0. So this distance here is 1, okay? So let me grab a different color. What that's going to tell us is the radius anywhere on this is going to be a distance of 1. So what I can do is I can draw a right triangle from the missing point to the center. Now I have my right angle here. We created a right triangle. The x value is unknown. This distance here is unknown. Or is it? We were given it. We don't know how far up that's going to go. Or do we? No, we don't. That's our y value. So x is our horizontal, y is our up and down, our vertical movement. So the unknown here is y still. We can put negative 3/7 right there because from here to here we're talking about negative 3/7. Now, we're trying to find y. Well, I can't find y unless I have two sides of a right triangle. I'm going to just draw this right triangle out right over here. Right now we know this. We don't know this. Do we happen to know what that distance is? Yes, we do. Because remember, all radiuses in this circle are going to be a distance of 1. So now that we know we are dealing with a right triangle that has a leg of negative 3/7 and a hypotenuse of 1, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. Let's get started. Negative 3/7 squared plus b squared, that's our unknown, the missing leg, equals our hypotenuse of 1 squared. You write out the Pythagorean theorem. Now it's time to solve it. Let's get started. If I'm going to square this, okay, negative 3/7 squared, you're going to square both the top and the bottom. That's going to come out to 9/49. Okay, you're squaring here and there. B squared is still an unknown. I have no idea what that would be yet. 1 squared I do know is going to be 1. I'm trying to get b. That's my unknown value right here. Okay, remember our legs in a Pythagorean theorem problem, a and b. So how can I get b all by itself so I know what its value is? Well, I need to move 9/49 over here. So I'm going to subtract 9/49, cancels, take away 9/49 on the other side, leaving me with b squared equals 1 minus 9/49. Not easy to take a whole number and subtract 49 from it, so we better turn this 1 into 49/49. Now that we have common denominators, we can take away 9 from this first numerator. 49 minus 9 gives me 40/9. We're still squared though. Man, this seems like a lot of work, doesn't it? Okay, well, what can we do now? We got to get rid of that exponent of 2. Everybody clear? 49/49 minus 9/49 leaves me with 40/49. We're going to square root it to eliminate the exponent. Square root the other side. Square rooting a 49 is great. Not so much with the 40. Now I'm at b equals the square root of 40 over 7. Square root of 49 is just a 7. So now I have the radical only over my numerator. Can you give the answer b, or in this case y, is equal to the square root of 40 over 7? I'd say no. I think you can go further because they told us to give it in simplest form. So what I would then do is I would say square root of 40 is really the square root of 4 times the square root of 10 over 7. That will come out nice and neat. So I'd give a final answer of 2 square root 10 over 7. Now, because we're square rooting it all over here, we got to say plus or minus for our answer. Now, it can be a positive value, it can be a negative value. Let's go back to the start. if we're at the center here, to the rights are positives, up is positives, left is negatives, down is negatives. Where's my y? My x was negative 3/7 to the left. Am I going up? I sure am. We better use the positive result for that answer. All right, let's break it down. What did we do? First thing I did is I looked and I said my radius is 1, so I can create a right triangle because I have my radius of 1, and they gave me this distance at the start. So the missing value was right there. I wrote it over here as a right triangle because that's what we created. When we have right triangles, we can find missing sides by using the Pythagorean theorem. We plug the information into the Pythagorean theorem. We got to know our laws of exponents. Once we use our laws of exponents, we can work it down and simplify a radical and eventually give the only answer that makes sense. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.